Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. Caught a little bit of Fox News, and there was a little video clip that I went ahead and I searched, and I did find it, so I will attach it. And the video shows the mayor of Baltimore, Stephanie Blake. And it appears that she's initially addressing a small crowd because there's only a few people that are clapping. And she starts off by saying, "So, Reverend Allen," and I believe she's referring to the Reverend Allen Sharpton, since he appeared on the scene in Baltimore. And she starts off saying, "If with a nation watching, 3 black women at 3 different levels can't get justice and healing for this country, you tell me where we're going to get it in our country." So who's she referring to? Well, I gotta believe she's referring to herself. She's referring to the new Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, and she's referring to Marilyn Mosby. Well, who's Marilyn Mosby? Well, Marilyn Mosby is a rather young 34-year-old prosecutor, and the police have turned over their reports with respect to the 6 officers as to whether or not they were responsible for the death of Freddie Grey. Now, you would maybe sit back and wonder, why in the world would the mayor of Baltimore, Stephanie Blake, make a comment like she did about these other women, black women? Well, what do we know about Loretta Lynch? Well, we know that she's a very strong supporter of the Chosen One and his policies. We can speculate that she's probably a bit of a racist, like I believe the previous Attorney General, Eric H. Holder Jr. is and was, as I believe Barack Hussein Obama is as well. Now, Marilyn Mosby is a very young prosecutor, and she has a tremendous weight placed on her shoulders. If she reviews the information that was given to her, that was done by a number of detectives around the clock working to prepare the file, if she concludes that there's grounds to prosecute, there'll be a riot. If she concludes that there isn't grounds to prosecute, there'll be a riot. So either way, there'll be a riot. We have no idea at this point as to when Marilyn Mosby will provide us with her decision. What we do know is we've had a couple of evenings of calm, and I attribute that to the fact that they had imposed curfews. Now, we were told yesterday that they anticipate a massive turnout over the weekend in Baltimore. And by the way, other cities are having massive turnouts as well, Philadelphia and New York just being 2 of them. And why would they have removed the curfews, knowing that there's going to be a massive turnout? Would it not have been more prudent to have left the curfews in place until things further settle down? We've got Al Sharpton fanning the flames. We had a Fox News reporter trying to ask a question of the mayor of Baltimore, Stephanie Blake, and she was walking with Al Sharpton leading her, and they had their security detail. When the reporter, I think it's Wheeland, had asked her the question about the comment that she made, the security had pushed him away, and Al Sharpton voiced his 2 cents worth. You ever notice Al Sharpton is similar to a vulture? He comes swooping in whenever there's potential conflict. We saw him swoop in Ferguson, and he fanned the flames there for a rather extensive period of time. Well, now he's swooped into Baltimore. We also saw the congressman, Elijah Cummings. You know, he's been the congressman for 30 years. You know, and I've said this before, the first sign of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. Do you not think it's time that the citizens of Baltimore, the citizens of Maryland, wake up and realize that maybe a change is in order? Maybe they need to bring in some fresh blood, because the blood that's there hasn't done squat for the people of Baltimore. But that's a different story. I think that the mayor of Baltimore, no different than the mayor of New York, de Blasio, they need to be removed from power. They're further helping to destroy their city and their states. They're feigning the fuel of division. As is the chosen one. As is, I believe, Loretta Lynch, who is a chip off the block of who? Of the less than honorable Attorney General, the previous Attorney General, Eric H. Holder Jr. Take a look at the video. Listen to Marilyn Blake in her own words. Do you think that someone like her, saying what she's saying, should be a mayor of one of the largest cities in the country? Do you think that Bill de Blasio, who has decided not to prosecute what he deems to be minor law-breaking incidences, should remain as mayor of the largest city in the country? If you think either one should be in power, you're part of the problem. That's sort of what I think. Watch the video. Listen to Marilyn Blake in her own words. Let me know what you think.